people of Earth. The following podcast is not real. And yet, another episode of it has arrived. I can hear it now. The young ones running to the door, shouting, "Father, Mother, the podcast is here!" The weary heads of family laying their tools down in the fields and returning home. Everyone finding their familiar place by the fire. "Do you think Arnie will finally make it home?" a little one will ask. And a wise old grandparent will say, "Are we listening to the same podcast? You think they're gonna start paying off some long game story arc now?" And the mother will whisper, "Watch yourself, old man. I could disappear you with a phone call." And in that icy silence, the whole family will lean closer and enjoy the show.
Hello from the Magic Tavern, a weekly podcast from the magical land of Foon. I'm your host, Arnie Niekamp. If you've never listened to the podcast before, this is everything you need to know. 6 years and a month or so, I fell through a dimensional portal behind a Burger King in Chicago into the magical, fantastical land of Foon. Luckily, I'm still getting a Wi-Fi signal from the Burger King through the dimensional rift, and I used that to upload a podcast chronicling our quest to defeat the Dark Lord. Although currently we're a little more invested in the politics of the Northeast, specifically Northeastia, the court of the Belaroths. We're trying to help Prince Tomblain Belaroth become king. We have lost track of him a little bit, so we're trying to...
You lost track of him.
Look, yes, I did accidentally watch him being kidnapped, and when I tried to wave my fist at them, my thumb slipped out, so it looked like I was aggressively giving a thumbs up.
Huh, I've never heard the phrase wave my fist.
You've never heard that phrase?
No, I've heard wave my hand and punch with my fist, but wave my fist, I feel like that's sending mixed signals.
Well, with a thumb, definitely, but you wave your fist like ooh, I'm gonna get you.
That was a shake.
Seems like more a shake, yeah.
That was a shake, my man.
But what if I do it like this?
That's a malt.
That's okay. What if I kind of like do this as sort of like, this is great
never.
podcast.
Arnie, never do that motion in Foon. Never.
How dare you.
Oh, what does that mean?
It's the most offensive hand gesture that you can make to anyone in Foon. It says, "I want to fornicate with your mother, and I killed your father."
Okay, but here's the thing. I feel like there have been at least a handful of times on this podcast where someone has essentially actively claimed that, like said they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but they
sort
didn't
of thing.
make that hand signal, did they?
It ain't bragging if you done it.
I suppose that's true.
Good point.
Oh, looks like the line is moving up. Listeners, we, in our attempt to find Tomblain Belaroth, we're like, hey, he's close with that acting troupe, the Cockticklers. Maybe we'll go see their show and see if they know anything about where he's been.
I hope it's okay if I bring animals inside. It's so wild and fun to have both Scoop Booby the dog and Seance the cat. I feel like I have my own little cavalcade.
You're collecting a lot of pets.
Yeah, it's like a little parade of animals.
Do you feel like it's because you're getting older?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm getting sadder, and it's just like I just want to surround myself with things that can't talk, but probably love me, or like I project onto them that they love me, even though when I go to pet them, they might turn away or hiss. But I think it's just comforting, It's just comforting.
I have noticed, Chunt, you started dressing up Seance the cat and Scoop Poopy.
Scoop Booby.
Scoop Booby.
Scoop Poopy is the stupidest name I've ever heard.
Scoop Booby the puppy in the same outfit as you. Like, you're all wearing matching outfits right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I noticed that too. That's why I was going to ask, have the three of you thought about solving a crime?
Well, we thought about it, but here's the thing. Our matching outfit, as you can all see, is just the collar of a shirt with no shirt, and then a tie hanging off of that collar. Now, what store sells these? I couldn't possibly tell you. I got drunk and I woke up and I had 3 of them, so I put one on my dog, one on my cat, and one on myself. I think we look dashing and handsome, and if a crime were to arise during the Cockticklers show, I mean, let's just say we're prepared.
Oh, wow.
And Scoop Booby, I know Scoop Booby catches a lot of flack because he's skittish and sheepish, but when the time comes, he's brave.
Wow. Well, sometimes if you motivate him with the scoop booby snack.
What's that now?
I don't know. Oh, look, looks like they're letting people into the theater. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't think I've seen a play in a long time.
Arnie, don't embarrass yourself. It's a theater.
Oh, a theater?
Yes.
What's the difference?
A theater is a place you'd go to watch an aunt be killed, or an uncle. A theater is where you go to see the arts.
Be killed.
Well, yes, or be brought alive.
Both of you, stop embarrassing me.
Do you think it's all right that I'm recording this?
No, of course not. So don't say anything about it.
Hide the microphone under your shirt.
Okay, this is going to sound bad. I'm just going to point it straight up. They won't know. Look, the people in this world are stupid. They don't know what a microphone is.
How dare you? The people of this world are quite intelligent, far more intelligent than the people on your world that watch the American Idol.
Hey, stranger sitting next to me on this side, what is this stick I'm holding, if you had to guess?
I'd say that's a magic wand.
Yeah, you're right. See, these fucking idiots.
All right, well, fine. It does look a little bit like a magic wand. I can give him that one.
Oh, it looks like the show is starting. Shut up, stop embarrassing
Wind and rain, descending from the clouds. I the cloud am, and now I give o'er the sky to the sunlight. You see before you, theater patrons, here on verdant boards, you see before you a field rolling, teemed with sheep. And there a lonely shepherd lives, a shepherd who will outgrow his station on this day. And now let the cloud suck its rain back into its desiccated body, revealing the sun, and below it, this son of men.
Here, I forgot to pass out a wrapped candy.
Oh, guys, I think that's Winky Silks. We met him once. I get so much more invested in theater if I've met someone on the stage, even if it's like briefly. Shh. Okay, yeah.
Lo, my nimbus friend.
Ooh, and that's Michael Gunch.
As you, my cloudy o'er Laura, departs from the sky, unweeping the teary drops that have fallen from your puffy sides, in imitation of these tears which fall from out my shepherd's lids. Oh, I weep for the lowness of my station. Was not a man born for greater things than to drag these sheep from pasture to pasture, ewe and sheep, wool and shearing? These are the compass of my days. And yet, what is it that can draw forth the heart from out a man as water from the puddle, drawn through some mysterious action, evaporating from a puddle to the sun, if not love, which is like a sun which draws forth the water of the heart, which is blood?
Well taught, shepherd, and now I must be burned away, ne'er to be seen again. But know this, clouds are harbingers of drama, and as I dissipate into atmospheric nothingness, I make this pledge to you, Jacob the shepherd, that on this night you will be visited by 2 guests. The first will be an angel, the second one won't. And now, through painful dissipation, the cloud goes away.
O prophetic mist that now disappears from out the welkin where once it spake, but I know it is a cloud, for it felt pain as it disappears, as all do know the clouds do feel.
Tongue of angel speaks now, and yet speaks from the mouth of one so lowly. I, covered in the wools and cloven with the hooves 4, trod upon the ground. Would you chance to see an angel here if you were to look low?
Ooh, and that's, I don't know. I don't know who that sheep is.
What is this voice that comes from out my flock? From out the mouth of this most tender sheep does come the fluid tones of some angelic voice.
But I'm not an angel.
No, not this one.
But
Core! Blimey!
Oh, that's what we're here for.
I am an angel. I am Tazazel, angel of the ninth realm. Yes, banished from the heaven, welcomed back, then banished again, welcomed back, and then given the freedom to go between worlds.
Oh, sublime mix of horror and ecstasy. 6 wings clad in as many eyes. A tessellating form of feathers and ocular orify.
I vomit brimstone and know all that lies behind men's hearts. You, shepherd, speak to a magic sheep, one that is not what it seems.
What, this youthful sheep, barely risen out of lambhood?
but
A magic sheep. You know, I get intimidated about going to the theater, but this is just like Air Bud.
Arnie, did you notice they're speaking in I am sick pentameter?
What's that?
It's when you're so involved in the role that you start to go a little crazy and you only speak in the most flourished language.
Oh, it looks like that dramatic pause is almost over.
They're really staring each other down.
Classic Tazazel.
if you are not sheep like me, then how come you walk among my flock?
By my birth, I was given charge of this woolly group, and I thought that you were merely one of its many members until this angel prophesied that you were something more.
Indeed.
Have you a more specific message for me, or is the power of communication the sum total of the magic you possess?
Nay, I bring forth a message for thee.
Shut up, I want to hear this.
Yonder, in a glade, you shall find your destiny.
Glady destiny. In some flat expanse of grass, there awaits some greater future for me. Lowly shepherd shall rise to greater station, and I shall undertake this glorious mission after we take our first intermission.
Oh shit.
Whoa. Wow.
Thank you.
Excellent. So amazing. Well done. Bravo.
Second act.
Well, we, of course, will undertake the second act of our play, but as this is a show of the Cockticklers, we shall, of course, indulge in our tradition of the mid-show talkback. Now that we've been through the first act, now's the time when we'd just like to get the cast out here with some bottles of water. And,
Oh, you gonna get the cast back? Oh, good for you. Arnie, start talking back. It's the mid-show talk back.
Don't speak to the Gunch that way.
anyone wants to unpack the themes, talk about some of our choices, some of the writing, for this is an original production, now is the time before we get back into the second of 5 acts.
Oh, I really want to ask a question, but all I can think of are comments about myself and my own experience.
Anyone? Anyone at all. We're happy to answer anything. Yes. You down front, the runty one.
That's me,
you.
of course. Hello, my name is Chunt. I'm a 14th time theater goer. I am a shapeshifter. I have, of course, here my dog Scoop Booby, and I have a cat, Seance. We're all wearing the same collar with a tie. You know, I always interpret theater in a different way. I've written some plays myself, and I can pass those out if you want to see those. I guess my question is, how well am I doing?
Wow, that is a front-loaded question, and the question part really barely got out there.
Pretty thin gruel.
You say that you're a playwright. I am the resident playwright of the Cockticklers and have been writing professionally for my entire adult life and most of my juvenile life. I guess I would reply to your question with a question, and my question, in the spirit of yours, would be...
Thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Chunt. Thank you so much.
Yes, right there, in the middle, in blue, the one that looks like a diminutive azure sack.
Yes. I have a question about Zazel. I wanted to know if you have 6 eyes and 6 wings, is it consistent from performance to performance how you portray seeing what is happening around you, or do you take in information in a different way through your various eyes? Thank you so much, Usidore Blue.
Usidore Blue?
Yeah, a wizard of the 12th realm of Theseus.
That name is
Chunt and Usidore. This is
These are names.
familiar, are they not, Michael?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, actually, we've met before. I remember you both quite well. You're 2 of my favorite actors, and this third thespian who's joined you is also quite amazing.
He's
very talented.
okay.
Oh, yes, the third.
Oh,
Yes.
The third. He shall remain quiet unless forced to speak. But no.
Yes, he should remain mum and buttoned well into his sheep suit.
yes, remember you had worked on a triptych of plays about my very friends here, both Arnold and Chunt, and had...
It's Arnie. I'm Arnie. I hate to make it about myself, but you were writing some plays about me.
Arnie Niekamp.
Yes, of course. How could we forget our hit trilogy of plays based upon your life and doings?
They were hits?
I'm so sorry to everyone else in the audience, but you'll have to shut the fuck up for a moment, because we're talking to our friends.
I'm sorry, audience. Like, we've met them, so we're kind of like connected to the performers, so we're just
This is most
up.
of what an actor's life is like. Don't worry, you're falling right into place. We like to talk about ourselves at length and our former stories. Yes, your trilogy, Niekamp, was gold in our pockets. And then I made the unfortunate decision to write a prequel trilogy, which we included characters of grating annoyance.
It has its defenders now. Now people are starting to rehabilitate the prequels and see value in them that was not recognized at the time.
I have to imagine they were called Arnie Pre-Camp.
Yes, and I'm sure in those prequel plays that you delved into the character of the Azure Sack and could learn more about his motivations and what make him such a fascinating and important part of the story.
Oh,
Yes, the sack was brought in the during the fandom of the first prequel, and I have to say, there was a distinct turn in everything. The audiences stopped coming immediately.
What?
Yes, and after that, we erased him from existence.
Oh.
he has been purged from the dramatis personae of all future plays.
He made a small appearance in a Senate scene in the third one, I think.
All further depictions of the Arnie Niekamp theatrical universe will not pay any homage to the character of Usidore the Azure Sack.
Well, how about if you do someday do a sequel trilogy, like continuing the story, do you feel like he could at least show up in the third one as a villain?
The twisted tree of IP that has now become the Niekamp saga. I can't imagine myself writing a third.
The intellectual property warlocks that we have to get together, to manage and knit together the warp and woof of magic, to hold together the universe that we have created with the tenuous threads of magical intellectual property, can only bear so much strain. But we'll make a few more lateral moves in the universe.
Well, I'm sure there's some magical kingdom that will snap up the property eventually.
Oh, yes, indeed. But that feels like ancient history, as does the meeting of you. What did you guys think of Jacob the Weepy Shepherd?
Oh, I was enthralled from moment one, seeing Michael Gunch on stage again. And Winky Silks, your writing is so inspiring and terrifying. I feel like a full gamut of emotions as I sit here for but a few minutes for the first act only. Where could it go after this?
Oh, Tom's not just a sheep.
Oh.
I mean, this guy is not just a sheep.
What?
Yes, he's a portent of things to come, but I can't give too much about that. The audience is here for 4 more acts.
Oh, the ushers are blinking the torches. I don't know how they're doing that, but it looks like it's time for Act 2.
They just wave their hand in front of it. Yeah.
Yes, it's a hand.
That's true. I have no object permanence.
Yes, the simplest pyromancy of all, a gentle wave.
They're malting in front of the torches.
Well, if that's all the talk we have, I suppose we'll turn these chairs back around and
Those are the same chairs?
get on
Theater.
to Act 2.
Arnie, what are you talking about? You mean theater?
Theater.
Yes, there will be no uncles or aunts slain upon this stage. Or will there?
Darkness falls upon the glade. Footsteps through the wood, led by me. I am you. Not you, but you. And here I bring Jacob forth towards his destiny. Should I tell him the secret that weighs heavy in my heart? Or will he find who I really am? This is where Act 2 begins. And now we go there.
Core, blimey.
I love it.
I'm but a maiden in the glade, here milking this pig.
What beauty!
What is this? A man approaches. With a sheep? Ooh, I'll gussy myself up. He is a commoner like myself.
But not like a commoner does she appear. For now, letting her locks down, radiant she is seen from the eye of Jacob, the eye that's right here.
Sheep is pointing at my face, and now towards... What vision is here? Oh, what angelic swineherdess is this? With tresses unfurled, my heart clamors at the cage of my ribs. Is this the portent foretold by the horrific angel who prophesied to me this morn? Only speech will plumb the depths of mystery, and so I call out, "Hark, maiden! If my interruption is unwanted, I will depart this glen and leave you to your privacy. I am a humble shepherd, and come with sheep as you do come with swine."
I do here sit as a pig dairy farmer. I do keep the pigs and keep among them, for I am a swinish girl, common and low, and you, sir, are the first to see me, to gaze eyes upon me in some time. Such a solitary life I do live in this my woodland hermitage.
Pig, it is I, the sheep. If these two are to make some sort of connection in love, romance, or congress of their bodies, should we not follow their lead?
Core, blimey, I'm a pig. Oh, yeah. And I will talk to you here. Sheep, yes, let us be mirrors to them. Let us begin to rut.
Guys, is this play gonna get sexy?
Shut up. I thought the pig was going to say pork. Swiney.
Oh, sweet porcine lover, come with me to the mud that I know you adore. Such matted dirt in my woolly fur, I mind it not. Roll with me, and we shall play, role-playing the roles of the people that we see before us.
I shall pretend to be the lady whose hands nimbly twist my teats to produce thus my life serum from them, and here rolling upon me on the cushions of your matted wool, and you on the bristles of my barely extant fur, but both of us mammals, and so warm we keep one another. Oh, yes.
Indeed.
Omens brought me to this glen. I was brought here by a messenger of the gods themselves, and they have shown me this vision of my sheep getting pretty raw with that pig of yours. Can we not learn a lesson from the kingdom of the animals, fair maid?
Jacob, I'm just like you. Watch this. Yeah. Don't you want to do it?
The sheep looks at you, sir. I, a maid, have never seen a sheep that would seem to talk so with its mouth and eyes both.
Don't break eye contact.
I think it's actually talking.
It is imbued, methinks, with the power of speech, and speaks not only with looks, but with agile tongue as well. And it asks me to make imitation of its rutting. I ask you, maid, shall we indulge in the congress of sweet love here in this sylvan glade where animals have led us to do it like animals ourselves. You and I aren't nothing but mammals.
Let's do it like they do in the newly discovered channels.
And that is our intermission. We'll be moving on to Act. We'll be moving on to Act 3 shortly, but if anybody has any comments, questions...
Yes, I have a...
Gentlemen, you truly are monopolizing our Q&As. There's a group of school children in the back, but we're going to ignore them.
Yes.
I hope they are enjoying this play.
Put your hands down, youths. Speak, Usidore.
I want to know, what kind of leather are Jacob's boots made out of, in case I want to do a cosplay?
They're red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Got it.
Yellow leather, red.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Hi, it's me again, Chunt. You might recall me as the playwright I mentioned before.
Right, the one who doesn't know how to ask a question.
Well, as far
He remembers you, Chunt. He remembers you.
as far as I know, from my time at the studio, asking a question means that you brag about yourself and you try and connect yourself with the playwright and the actors, so that it seems like you are overly familiar with them. My question is for the shepherd. Shepherd, you had a line where you said, "I do come with the sheep as you do come with the pig." Was that a euphemism?
Yes, indeed. A euphemism, as it were. If you look at Winky Silks' text, there's layers. There's layers to these words.
Like philo dough.
Indeed. There's usually a double or sometimes a treble entendre hiding in every brace of words from the pen of Winky Silks.
Every play I write is a baklava of drama. And nestled within the layers of dough are sweet nuts of wisdom. You wouldn't believe this, but this play, in its first birthing, was to be an educational play for school children about the water cycle. And that's why we brought the children here today. It's taken a turn. I'm not sure there was as much rutting in the first draft.
Yes, it was mostly about precipitation, evaporation,
condensation.
But if you notice, sort of the last line of Act 2 is about the newly discovered channels. And that's about water coming down from the sky. Why else would that line be there if that wasn't about water?
Right, it's a remnant. It's a remnant. Indeed.
Winky Silks, I have a question for you. It seemed like you were playing two characters in the same scene. And
Could you tell?
Yeah. I mean, they sounded very similar, but there was a fair amount of like running back and forth. You kept like tossing one costume on and another one on. What is your process of playing two characters at the same time?
Are we not all, at some time in our lives, playing two people at once?
Makes you think.
Yes. Are we not on stage as ourselves, but also are we not wearing a mask as well? And so if in life I can go about with a mask that I show to the world and keep my true self hidden, I simply treble the process or quint or quadruple. Some exponent that I know not of is the route therein where I put on more and more masks. It's quite simple, but the main thing I do is shake up the voice a bit.
Oh, would you mind doing both voices for us one more time?
Well, what, the pig and the pig herd?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Cor, blimey. Come here, you rotten hog. You've messed up the welcome mat in this my hovel. Cor, blimey, look not at me and shake thy finger, lady. I am thy bread and butter. Oh, are you now? I'll sell you to the first butcher that comes along. I dare you to. Ooh, I'm meant for something more than a butcher's block. And on and on.
Brilliant.
It's like I'm seeing and hearing double.
Yes, exactly. How else could you win a tosser, Arnie, if he doesn't toss off and on costumes so easily as he does to play so many characters?
I was the angel as well.
What?
Yes. And I was also the cloud at the very beginning. I disappear into many roles in the piece.
Incredible.
Yes.
The important thing to realize is not everyone is who they may seem.
Oh, that reminds me of another question. Oh.
Yes.
Yes, shut up, children. Yes, I wanted to know.
The man in the center of the room pushing the children away.
Yes, that's me.
Aggressively.
I wanted to know, who is that mysterious third performer?
Oh, fuck, it's my time. This is it. Scoop Booby. Seance, come here. There's a mystery to solve.
Yes.
Look, Seance is holding down the actor, and Scoop Booby is ripping off the mask.
I'm supposed to keep this on.
This is most irregular.
It's-
You've broken the fourth wall.
It's time for a break.
What a tense time to go to break. Listeners, no matter how bored you are with these ads, you gotta stick around.
'Tis I, Usidore, and I command thee. Go to patreon.com/Magic Tavern right now and become a member and get all of our wonderful bonus content. Damn you, children! Out! Out, children!
Everyone out! Everyone out!
Damn you!
No refunds. No refunds.
Unmasked. I'm unmasked.
Do we get to stay? I never like to assume that I'm allowed to stay after they let people out of the theater.
Yes, stay, Arnie Niekamp. Stay with your friends. I fear you've seen too much.
Yes.
Can I come back in? I got ushered out with the kids.
Oh, yes, sorry. Come on in.
For fuck's sake.
Yes, come back in here, you. You and your meddling cat and dog have ruined everything. We would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for, well, you specifically, and
But Scoop
those
Booby.
kids didn't meddle at all. Those kids were great.
Chunt, don't worry. The way you and your pets are dressed, if things get too hot here, you can always exit stage left.
Like, thanks, Usidore, but like I'm so hungry. Oh, sorry, I don't know what happened. I got a little frog in my throat.
Now, here that the mask has been revealed, take your hands away from your face and reveal your true name.
Ashamed I am, but you shall know me. You shall recognize me, for I am friend with you both, and all three of you indeed. It is I,
The carriage driver.
Tomblain Belaroth.
Oh, Tomblain.
No, you're thinking of Krefnen.
Yes, I was thinking of Krefnen.
Yes, that's just one of the many characters I've played. I was also the sheep in the play just now.
I can't stop thinking about Krefnen. Like, what's he up to? We haven't seen him in weeks.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know right now is that I've just got done playing a sheep. And how do you think it went?
I thought you were incredible. That's why I wanted to know who you were, so that I could follow you for the rest of your career. Much the way I've followed Michael Gunch and Winky Silks as they've grown in renown and earned more awards and accolades.
Well, maybe I'll win a tosser for this. Oh, wait, I can't because someone interrupted the production before it was done.
Oh, fuck. Is that...
Calm down, Tom. This was bound to happen. We were risking it all by putting you on the stage in front of everybody to be seen.
We should have known a full-body sheep costume couldn't hide your true nature.
So this is it then. So I can't be an actor anymore if I'm going to be king. Is that what the conclusion is? Is this life? Is this any kind of life?
Everyone has a destiny, Tomblain. Everyone. And for you to remain so close to the throne that you're destined for and to pretend to be anything but a king, why, is foolishness.
Perhaps you've spent too long with us on this counterfeit throne, wearing this paper crown with this little crew of rags and patches, when you could mount a true throne, take up the crown of gold, and, pay us back for how nice we were to you.
That's right. Mount the throne after spending a season mounting this pig, and then turn over to us some remuneration.
Oh, is it all about money for you then? I came up with money. I was a prince. I've known these things. Thrones, crowns, the little stick that you hold. The golden stick.
Yeah,
The
what is
scepter.
that? Oh, yeah.
I know these things well. I'm well acquainted with them. And let me tell you, the dreams that we paint every night on this stage are more real than those real things. The crowns that we wear.
I'm sorry, did I say scepter? I meant king's knob.
Yes, the king's knob.
Yeah, the king's knob.
Yes. You got to wear a crown and hold the king's knob.
Right.
I I want you to know that this has been the most real thing for me. Watching Jacob.
Wait, I'm so sorry. I can't let this go. Why is it called the King's Knob?
Because the king holds it, and everyone...
Got a knob at the top.
Yeah, it's got a knob at the top, and he can gesture and say, you two, go over there. And then people say, oh, look where his knob's pointing. That's where we go. King's knob.
Yeah.
Any other questions, Arnie?
No, I'm sorry. I think I get it.
I just want to say that everyone who's not been a king or not been a prince thinks that they know what a prince's life or a king's life is like. And they think it's all candy and roses. And it's just mostly candy and roses. But it's other stuff too.
It's days of this. This is our entire rehearsal process. Was constant complaining from Tomblain that this was what's real and that otherwise to be on the throne was to not be real. And, well, now you're seeing what we've been dealing with for the last weeks.
Yes, the real drama is backstage, as you can see.
Is it so crazy to say that I would rather make love to a man dressed as a pig than sit on the throne of Northeastia? Is that such a crazy thing?
I was with you for a while there.
Friends, it's the number of candidates for the throne have gone and undercut his confidence, and now he says he wants to tour with us. Well, it just won't work. It just won't work. You'll be recognized anywhere we go.
Tomblain, we've been looking for you for weeks and weeks. I thought I saw you get kidnapped.
Yes, Arnie said he saw you being dragged away.
Oh, that was just one of our actors' hazing rituals. You know how it is when you join a theatrical troupe.
Yes, we're all cockticklers.
Yes, you all get the same tattoo.
Couple of eggs up the butt.
Yes, we can all we can all immediately recognize each other with one of our specialty chants. I'm a tickler, so is he. Winky form the shape of a tree.
I am a tree. Look at what I am. Everyone else take the shape of a ham.
I am a ham. Yes, it's true. And I am a tickler through and through. Now make the shape of a crow.
Are we all supposed to be doing it?
You are a crow. Now the rest of the crows come. Take a couple eggs and right up the bum.
Everyone's got to do it.
I'm going to pass on the
got,
egg part.
You've got to.
I
That's
can't.
the actor's life.
I already have
And
eggs up there.
that's what
That's what
separates a tickler from everybody else, Arnie. You think I can't do difficult things? I've done all the difficult things. I just don't want to mount the throne and be king of the Northeast just because that's who my dad was, and that's, what my mom did was become a queen and then have this life forced upon me. I might as well have Trachea be the queen.
No. Although I have good news on that front. It's very important that you take your rightful place. And then think you can be king however you want to be king. Your friends, perhaps they seek some remuneration, but perhaps in return, they can continue to put on their plays right in your very court, and perhaps you may even participate, even though you are king. It shall be a fun pastime for you.
Yes, why, a state-subsidized Cockticklers troupe? Where you could lodge us right in the palace. We could perform whenever you wish, and you could join us whenever you like.
You could re-release special editions of the Niekamp saga with a fully realized Usidore.
Now that we would finally have the budget to do it like we always imagined.
No, you can't go back and tamper with the original version of the saga. You can't add in a character that wasn't there the first time.
Oh, you're showing your age, because the new viewers who come to see it later will only know it in the form that they see it in, and the one that we fully wanted to realize.
Yes, this time Chunt will shoot first.
But this is what we've been dealing with.
That's a common problem.
Oh, I don't want to be greedy, though. Arnie can shoot first if he wants to.
McClunky.
Michael Gunch, can I ask you a question?
Please do so.
Be honest. Tomblain, he's been a part of your troupe for off and on for a long time.
Yes.
Does he... I hate to ask this right in front of him. Does he have it?
Does he have the juice?
Yeah. Does he got the juice?
Can he do the thing?
Could he do the thing?
Yeah, I was also curious. Does Tomblain have what it takes to go solo? Like, that sounds like a great idea, solo. Like, for him to go solo, I feel like that's, you can't lose. That would be amazing.
He could go solo, but he's been a part of us for so long, but it's clear that he's built for something else. We are a group, but he is a part. We are a collective, and he is a rogue one. To walk alone, apart from us, made for something greater.
He's a Cocktickler story, but he's not really canon. And you're a damn fool, Tomblain. You've been acting in Jacob the Weepy Shepherd for over a week now, and you've never thought once about what the play's really about. Jacob is a shepherd visited by clouds and angels. He spends Act 2 really plowing a pig herd.
And most of Act 3, and half of Act 4.
Act 3 is an extended, silent action sequence of further copulation.
Oh, it's all
Act
becoming
4,
clear.
they bring it in for the landing in Act 4.
Damn.
That's where the phrase "in a pig's eye" comes from.
That's right, a pig's eye. But in the end, no matter how long he spends in a forest glade covered in muck, with muck all over and in him, he still has to realize there's a destiny. He has to turn aside pigs and pig herdesses. He has to turn aside even being a shepherd, because in the end, well, his destiny is revealed.
What does this have to do with me? I'm not a shepherd. I've never had sex with a pig lady. None of this resonates with me at all.
It's a metaphor, and the veil is thin, man.
The most gossamer thin metaphor. Humble life, but born for something greater.
What does a metaphor have to do with gossamer? That's a material.
No.
Yes, that's what the glade is. The glade, the meadow, that's what the meadow's for. It's there to be the seat of the symbology that the gossamer fabric is.
What's the meadow for? A metaphor for achieving your destiny. Like I said, layers. It's meta, man.
They're trying to get you there, Tomblain. They want you to be the king because they know it's your destiny. They want to help their friend. So why not accept their help? Listen to their metaphor. Listen to their thinly veiled excuse of a play that is meant simply to get you on the throne and teach children about water.
Well, everyone wants to be the king except for the person who's supposed to be king. Winky, you're the greatest actor I've ever known except for Gunch.
Thank you.
And Gunch, you're the greatest actor I've ever known.
Thank you.
Why can't one of you pretend to be me and take the throne?
That's madness. A king is not something that someone must pretend to be.
Although I've got to say, Gunch looks like he's thinking about it.
To be
Michael. Michael.
the most incredible acting challenge of my life. I've been everyone on the boards. I won the tosser for King Scriblix. I've been Jacob, the weepy sheepherd. I've been Generalissimo Taciturn Crolix. I've been Dame Belladonna Heratrix.
Oh.
That's a good one.
I've been Little Chip, the lovable barrel.
The lovable bear. I'm just going to earmark that one. I want to come back and talk about that a little bit later.
Don't forget Scrams the horse.
Scrums the horse. But to actually be the king. For what is it to be a king except to claim the role? It's like you said, Silks. We all play a role. And if you step into a role, what makes it different than what anyone else does? Is there a self underneath all the masks? Or is it masks all the way down?
Oh no, the actor's paradox. Get him some air. Get him some air.
What have I done? What have I done? I've written him into madness.
Oh, wait, he fell asleep, and it's clear that he's having the actor's nightmare.
No script at all.
Oh, look, now he's chasing rabbits.
Wake up, Gunch. Wake up. How about you?
I'm sorry.
Would it really be that simple? To simply have Gunch be Tom? Gunch becomes Tom and Tom becomes king, making Gunch the king? Could it be done?
But wouldn't everyone miss Michael Gunch?
That is an excellent point.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be impossible for me to... Core, blimey! I'm Michael Gunch, here to perform the role of Jacob, the
Arnie,
weeby
there's two of
shepherd.
them.
My God, it's uncanny, man.
But look, so far, this clearly is a perfect plan. But then, who would be Winky Silks?
Core, blimey! Here I am, as a pig, and a sheep, and a pig herd, and Gunch, and Winky, and...
Oh no, he's having it. He's
No,
lost.
it's too much for him. It's too much for him.
He's caught in the actor's nightmare, the loop.
Oh.
The loop into which we all must fall. Wait,
Come on now, Silks. Come on.
I can't do it.
No. I see now what I've put my friends through, and my family, and everyone. I just keep running away, don't I?
Yes?
I guess it's time for me to do the one thing I haven't done yet. Why don't you hide me in this barrel and take me out of town?
What?
No, because if I'm in a
Tomblain.
barrel...
Maybe if we just performed Act 5, maybe that would cement it for him. With everything really laid out on the table.
I mean, it's worth a shot. Guys, let's sit back down.
All right, let's get the school children back in.
Bring him
Kids,
back.
get back in here. Get back in here.
All right, kids, so really all you missed was 2.5 acts of pig sex,
Put your candy down.
and there was a lot of sex between the pig and the sheep, and then those two had it off, and then everyone there was just everyone in the mud sort of having it off, and you would have learned a lot, but now we've sort of emerged from that post-coital.
Look at their faces. Those kids are so disappointed.
Quiet, it started. Hand me some ocelot nose.
Blimey.
Refractory reverie has ended.
One more time from the top. The top of Act 5. That blimey was just me. I'm excited about today. Take it away, Gunch. The refractory and all. And my words.
Your blessed words, Silks. Refractory reverie has ended, and now I see, through unclouded eyes, what the cloud foretold. A love, a bride, found here in a glade. What I humbly had alone, I shall double with thee. And if we go off together, with our animals in tow, there is no limit to what we can achieve. By keeping myself humble, I have been living a lie, running with hasty steps from the truth I always knew, that I had to take up the responsibility that I was born for.
Blimey. You are not simply Jacob the weepy shepherd. No, instead, you'll be a great inventor. That's your destiny. Yep, you cannot run away from it. And I've not been a pig herd this whole time. I'm Tazazel, the angel, here to...
He's crying.
Weep not from your many eyes, Tazazel. Let us set aside the theological questions that this opens up.
Why are they kicking that blue sack this whole time?
Away with this rice-infested trap of a sack. This is a
This thing
symbol...
sucks.
Yeah, this thing really blows. It really could be just thrown away. Wouldn't have to use it ever again.
Yes, and I, but the humble sheep, am here to say that I support you becoming exactly what you need to be. It's almost like I, a friend to you, have written these words for you to say them yourself, so that one time you might realize what this is about. It's time for you to become who you were destined to be. Honestly, I'm not getting this.
Keep going, we're almost done.
Yes.
We're almost done.
It's time for you to hear what your friends are saying. Become the inventor. Become the inventor.
And an inventor I shall become. With you by my side, and these animals as well. I shall invent, well, some sort of apparatus to make what we just did easier to perform.
And hey, when you become successful as an inventor, it sure wouldn't hurt to pay your friends back.
Oh, of course not. I won't forget my friends when I get big. I'll make sure that they're well remunerated for how much they aided me on my journey. Why, I couldn't have done any of it without them.
In fact, when you reflect upon it, you'll realize most of it is owed to your 2 closest friends, and those are the ones that you should pay handsomely.
And now the rain returns. The cloud comes back together in the sky to cover the sun and take its light from off the stage. We hope you've learned from this that whether an inventor or whether the king of the Northwest, everyone has a destiny. Yours, child, might be to be a scientist, or yours, child, a teacher.
He pointed to the same child.
This has been a simpler story for this cloud. This has simply been the tale of Jacob, the inventor of the sex swing.
Yes, excellent, wonderful,
Incredible.
wonderful.
Thank you, thank you.
It's so clear, the message of that play, that inventors are more important than shepherds.
Oh, that cloud condensing at the end of the play was not the only condensation in the audience, for my eyes are filled with tears.
Also, you pissed yourself.
I pissed myself a little bit.
And you're doing a handstand, so.
Yeah.
Look, Tomblain, can't you see the play that Winky Silks wrote? It's a metaphor. When he says the king of the Northwest, it's a metaphor for the Northeast.
That's literally the opposite. So, I don't get... And
I think
not
the opposite
an
would be
inventor.
the South. Well,
The Southwest, right? That would be the opposite.
No, it's kitty opposite.
this is impossible. Well, I'll tell you this, Tomblain. You don't have to be the king, but you can't be with us anymore.
What? No, but the run isn't over.
I've got to tell you the truth, Tomblain. Do you have the juice? Can you do the thing? You can. But you have juice for something far, far greater. You cannot stay here. Here is a stage. There is a wall. There is a tickler who's bound to fall. Make the form of a door and walk out.
Do it.
But if a tickler bids me to take a form, then I must take it. And yet, who is a man to taste my juice and tell me what flavor it is?
Now is not the time for tasting juices. Now is the time for you to take hold of the king's knob.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Good friends, I have heard you loud and clear. It's time for me to take the king's knob and treat it well. Here is a tickler rising from the floor. Here is a tickler who's made himself a door. Here is a kingdom desperately hoping, and here is a door that now stands open.
Damn it, the kid's got it.
I'm gonna miss him.
Hey, one of those school children is waving his fist at me.
He's doing the old twister. Who raised you?
Oh, that's the
Everyone's
rudest.
a critic.
Oh, now that I see it, yeah. Oh gosh, that's bad.
Well, to be fair, Winky told him to be a science teacher.
Very well. I understand to allow Tomblain to save face that you need someone to take his place in the company, and I shall make the sacrifice and join the Cockticklers if you need someone to take his place.
Look, I mean, really, I don't think that's necessary.
Really,
Oh,
Usidore, you're so good at whatever it is that you do.
Oh,
and
thank you.
frankly, we don't need a Usidore because we already
Oh.
have a blue bag of rice.
we got a rice bag, man.
Oh, all right, well, offer stands if you change your mind.
Hey guys, thanks so much. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run after Tom and see if he's doing all right. Tomblain, buddy, how you doing? You look a little down.
Well, I've been shown my destiny, Arnie.
I know it's tough.
I didn't want to be born a king, and I'm sure you didn't want to be born the way you are.
I wasn't born like this.
Well, you know what I mean. You come into a world that's not yours. There's a strange thing inside your head. You don't know what it's for.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot like a metaphor, don't you think?
I don't see it, but...
Oh, it's very obvious.
Tomblain, everyone eventually has to come to a part where they set aside their dream of being involved in the arts and just dedicate themselves to doing the thing that their parents wanted them to do. It's okay.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess that is sort of the moral of this.
Yeah.
Arnie, do you wish that you were back on Earth?
I do. And in a way, I am.
Wait, what?
In my mind.
So you're saying I can just have the life that I want in my mind while also doing the thing that I'm supposed to do in real life? Like when the lights go out and everybody else is asleep, I can be busy cocktickling?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just do it on the weekends.
Arnie, Tomblain, the children have turned on us. Return, please. We need your help.
Well, it looks like a bunch of kids are beating the shit out of our friends.
Yeah.
I'm glad we had this talk.
Me too.
How is that thing in your head, by the way?
I don't know. Probably will kill me. I have no idea. The Dark Lord really wants it. Here's the thing, Tomblain. I'm a little biased. I want you to be king because this is like one of the few safe places left in Foon. And if Northeastia destabilizes, the Dark Lord's going to get me and rip this thing out of my brain.
Yeah. I think if we've learned anything about me, it's that I'm the person that you want defending your life, standing between you and the Dark Lord.
Either that or Scrumblebum.
Is he still in the mix?
Yeah. I mean, he's a 2-year-old baby, but I don't know. Could happen.
We'd better get to the Batcave.
Oh, yeah, about that. We'll talk about it later.
Unhand me, you little devils!
You've been listening to a group of fictional characters visit a fake location to see made-up people play different made-up people who dive right into a ton of bestiality. This is what happens when you take away live theater for a year. Usidore the Wizard was played by Matt Young. Chunt the Talking Badger was played by Adal Rifai. The Cockticklers, Winky Silks and Michael Gunch were played by special guests Joey Bland and Ross Bryant. If you enjoyed the long minutes waiting for them to finally land the complicated bit of genitalia-based wordplay they'd been chasing, imagine doing that alongside them on stage. Joey and Ross both perform with the Improvised Shakespeare Company. Find Ross on Instagram at RossBB. Find Joey at one of his many appearances at local libraries, volunteering select quotes and observations from each and every book as it's checked out. What a treasure. Prince Tomblain Belaroth was played by Steve Waltien. Hello from the Magic Tavern is produced by Arnie Niekamp, Matt Young, and Adal Rifai. Post-production coordination by Garrett Schultz. Earwolf producer Kimmie Lucas. This episode edited by Chris Rathjen. Special assistance provided by Ryan DiGiorgi. Hello from the Magic Tavern logo by Allard Laban. Magic Tavern theme by Andy Poland. If we players have offended, think but this, and all is mended. Whether shepherd or king your job, seize your destiny, grab that knob.
Hey, thank you for listening to Hello from the Magic Tavern. A great way to support the podcast is to join our Patreon. You'll get ad-free versions of our entire back catalog, including all the Magic Tavern spin-offs like Offices and Bosses, I Am Spin Tax, Shadow Sit. There are a lot of them. There are 2 new exclusive bonus episodes every month, Discord, all kinds of stuff. To get more information, go to patreon.com/Magic Tavern. That's patreon.com/Magic Tavern.